Lions favored by 10.5. 10.5.
Wow. On the road.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
I don't like that, by the way.
I mean,
I don't like that at all.
Normally, I wouldn't trust a big spread in the NFL. That's my rule. Like, as far as betting, you never trust a big spread in football, period, especially NFL. This one is pretty achievable, though. The Lions are going to go do some horrible things. Horrible things to those people in Cincinnati.
I agree with you.
Horrible.
No, KG, this is Tennessee shit.
Yeah.
This is, no.
No.
Really.
Hide the kids.
No.
Hide the wife. It's going to get bad.
This is not Tennessee.
Yes, it
the
is. We're
only
empowered.
way the Lions lose this game is if they shoot themselves in the foot. The only way. I guarantee a victory.
They've been outscored 76-13
Yeah.
to Minnesota and Denver.
Right.
Look, good teams.
No, but
We're better.
The Lions,
Our offense is better.
The Lions' physicality alone is something that the Bengals just ain't prepared for.
Lions are down defenders. They're down DJ Reed. They're down Arnold. They're down. They're hurt. They got a bunch of guys bang. Even St. Brown's banged up. You saw him play. I know he did what he did, but he's playing hurt as well. I couldn't even enjoy that game on Sunday. And I was in New Jersey, but I got the game on. I made sure I put my direct TV in, my sister's TV, and I watched the Lions game. And every damn time I turned, Hutchinson's going down, DJ Reed, Terry and Arnold, a couple of other guys got hit. I saw St. Brown limping around. I have PTSD, guys. I do. I have PTSD. My daughter's there, Lily, same thing. Dad, when are we going to get a break? When are we going to get a break? And I know other teams get injuries as well. This injury thing to me, it scares the living daylights out of me.
Well, the only one that we have to worry about is DJ Reed. You know, I mean, let's wait and see. He's going to be out for a while. Yeah. I mean, we know that. Like I said, Maz, you weren't here yesterday. I was terrified for the knee.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that unless you've been through it, you don't get it, is a lot of times you think it's the hamstring, and it mimics like a hamstring injury, and the next thing you know, you tore your knee to shit. And been there, done that, unfortunately, man, where like for a month it was like, man, I keep stretching it. This just isn't getting better. What the hell's going on? And then I found out my knee was torn to shit. Moron that I am. But
Reed's been playing really well, too.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. But this is Browning. This is the Bengals. This is a team that's waiting to be pummeled.
It's Jamar Chase, who got 30 yards yesterday. He's going to be looking for blood. I'll tell you that. I'm telling you.
Looking for blood.
I'm just telling you. Jamar Chase against this Lions secondary right now, that's not a good matchup.
Man, he's going to be looking for the ball because Jake Browning cannot pass the fucking football.
Jake Browning.
Jake
Browning, dude.
And listen, I'm a Jake Browning fan. I think he's done well as a Cincinnati backup. He's going to get fucking destroyed.
I hope you're right.
This defense is going to feast.
Lions are the third team since the merger in 1970 to not allow a sack, produce 15-plus touchdowns and a record 10-plus sacks over any 3-game span.
Pretty good. Pretty damn good.
Unbelievable.
That's something. That's something.
And you're worried about the Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm not worried. I'm worried.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm worried.
Yes, I'm worried.
Stop it.
I'm not worried about a loss.
You want to break me down?
Shut up.
You're not worried about a loss?
No.
Okay.
They'll win.
So they're going to go in and win?
They're not going to cover.
They going to whoop that ass.
They're not going to cover.
You really don't think so?
No.
Okay.
They're not going to cover.
Bass.
3 points yesterday, man.
Do you know the one thing that we can say during this era, and the only exception to that rule to me, all right, is maybe that loss at Chicago in 2023 when we went to Chicago and Justin Fields did a bunch of Justin Field things. And if I'm not mistaken, it was in December, okay? We beat the hell out of less thans.
Yeah.
Our losses the last couple of years have been, other than that, have been against the good teams.
Yeah.
Like when we face a less than team, you know, the whole we should beat this team.
They take care of business.
They take care of business.
Yeah.
And this is one of those weeks.
You're right.
You just don't think it'll be an ass kick.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Man, as I even give you this,
Listen.
it might look a little bit like the Browns game to start. They had a good drive coming down the field. Lions wasn't necessarily expecting them coming out passing, and it could be one of those drives. But after the Lions adjust this ball game, it's just wrap it the fuck up.
I think Zach Taylor is probably coaching for his job this year, at least in the first half of the year. If they get what was that number you just said? How much they've been outscored? A lot to a little. If that continues, he's
70
gone.
Don't have a
76
defense.
76-13.
They have one person on defense.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Maybe they should trade
A
him
guy.
at the maybe they should trade him at the trade deadline since he's got a 1-year contract.
I
They
think that's a
should.
good idea.
Maybe
Smart
they should.
idea.
Yeah.
Maybe,
Cincinnati needs to start their rebuild
Yeah,
while they still
maybe.
have Joe Burrow. So,
because
yeah.
they're not going to re-sign him. I mean, everybody
No.
knows it,
Yeah.
right?
He's not coming back.
No.
Like, he doesn't want to be there.
No.
We'll give him a third-round pick.
Fuck that. You what pick do you want?
All right. Let's
For
go
a
chase
rental, I don't. On the other side, I told you I'm greedy. I get it. The one thing that we all have to acknowledge, okay, is maybe, just maybe, Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes had a better gauge of Hutch's impact on this line, okay? That doesn't stop people like me, and I think I can speak for KG as well, from saying, touche, but I still want another beast on the other side.
Yeah.
Because the Super Bowl window is here.
It's okay to want more.
I do
It's
want
all-
more.
Yeah.
I do.
It's okay to want more.
DC on ignoring all the outside noise. You know, like the noise that we just made for like the previous 30 seconds.
You know, we don't get caught up in, you know, we don't get caught up in things that don't relate to us or have any bearing on what we control, if you will. Man, our guys stay locked in on what it takes to win a game and or why you didn't play well. And it really is as simple as that. And that's not an easy thing to do, I don't think, in today's age. I think that's hard. You know, our guys are constantly, you can't escape it. The social media, the critics, the fans, all of it. And so I think, man, that's hard to do. But I think our guys are pretty locked in, pretty disciplined. They come in this building and, man, they barricade themselves in. And they look at it for what it is, man. The most important thing is what my teammates and my coaches are saying. And this is where we have to get better and where I can get better. And that small little, that one little step, that one little hand placement, man, the release, that makes all the difference. Not the, well, are you good enough anymore? And you don't get caught up in all that. So we got a very resilient bunch. And the core of our team is, it's very strong. It's very strong.
Is a mentally weaker team not bounce back from week one because of all that?
I don't know. We're not mentally weak, so I think maybe you go ask another team.
I love that line. They know what they are, and you go ask another team. That's a great
Right.
line.
And we're not mentally weak.
No, you go ask another team, man.
Right.
Like that's
Y'all know what we about around here.
that's not us. They
Grit.
know what they are, and part of that goes back to what we were just saying. You know what? They go into places, and they just do their business. And sometimes we were talking about this on Friday, okay? And Maz, you made reference to it. Okay, sometimes there are business trips.
Yep.
Sometimes you go to Indy, and you know what? What was it? Bells and whistles and fireworks? Nah. At no point in time in that game did I look at that game and go, oh, shit, we might lose.
Right.
Oh, no, Anthony Richardson. Whatever will we do? And and the other game that came to mind that I made reference to Dan on Friday, what was that game in the desert?
Yep.
Like, at no point, it was only, 20-10 or whatever the fuck it was. Honest to God, as we were watching that game, Neil and I were texting each other going, okay, this is not a good game. At no point in time did you think they were going to lose that game. It was just like in control. Maybe it is one of those games. Maybe it's one of those games, Maz, where it's, 20-10, or they score a late field goal and make it 23-10 and just cover the spread or anything like that. Maybe it is one of those games. But that's one thing. They've built up enough credit where I think all of us will sit back and go, okay, these are the games that the Lions usually feast on.
Lions will be in the 30s. They against that defense.
If they're in the 30s,
they're
there's
in-
no
they're
way
in
in
the
hell
30s.
since
Right.
there's no way in hell since he's
Close up
covering that
fucking
spread.
shop.
No way. No way. Come on.
And the way this defense is playing, I doubt Bengals put up 10 points.
Come
To
on,
be
man.
real.
This ain't the Browns. This is a good offense that's struggling.
A good offense without their star quarterback.
They have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
With
And-
nobody to get the ball to.
A good offense, it still can't protect their quarterback as well.
I get
Yeah.
it. I get it.
And we're
We
kinda,
are cooking.
We're kind of back. In
Yeah,
that
we're
regard.
cooking.
Yeah.
And they are fucking
But we're down
turnstile
2
on
guys in the
defense.
secondary. Just know that. Just know that.
One of them is DJ Reed. DC on DJ Reed.
Mentioned DJ. I know we asked about the injury yesterday. What does it say about him? You know, he pulled his hammy, and he's still fighting to make that tackle. I mean, just kind of the he showed on that play.
That's the way he's wired. That's the type of guy he is. I mean, and that's look, you can see the type of player on the tape. You have a pretty good idea of what he's made of. You do enough leg work, but then just his style of play, when you watch him play, you know that he's a great fit for us, and that just shows everything you need to know. That to him is more important than his own body, is making a play for his teammates. He doesn't want to let the guys down. He needs to make a play, and he, and something comes of that. So I know you're already going to ask. He's going to be down for a while, but the good news is this is not a season ender. We will get him back, it looks like. So that's the good news. He's a stud.
It's not a season ender. I've heard that.
Well, that's positive.
Yeah, but it's going to be a while.
Well, and
Marcus Davenport's not a season ender.
It's going to be a while.
You know what I worry about too, again, with the hamstring and that position? All it takes is a tweak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
And you're constantly running, planting.
Yep.
Yeah,
He was in pain.
Oh, yeah.
He was in pain.
That's why I'm not joking, Maz. The
Yeah.
first thing that I said, oh, that might be a knee injury.
I thought maybe Achilles.
My kid was looking at me going, Dad, he's grabbing his hamstring. And I was like, no, I lived it. I know. Yeah. It felt like, I brought it up yesterday. Somebody pulled a bow back
Jesus.
in the back of my leg. It just went like this, right? It was like this explosion. And I was like, what the? And it was my gosh damn knee. Go figure, right? DC on TA.
Any further update on TA?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think this is a huge thing, but the question is he going to be ready for this week? That would be really the question, So, and if it's not this week, he should be back by next week for sure.
By the way, did you see what Jamar Chase? Sorry to change the subject really quickly. Jamar Chase tweeted out yesterday, "Man, y'all better leave me alone. I play with passion." Things are going swimmingly in the Queen City.
That's why I say that coach ain't gonna last.
Things are going. Boy, wasn't he Boy Wonder not that long ago? Right?
He got to the Super Bowl.
Wasn't he? He was Boy
Super
Wonder.
Bowl.
He was Boy
I
Wonder.
don't put a lot of blame on him. I put it on ownership.
No, 100%. I agree.
Man,
with
come
you.
on. Cincinnati been trash in terms of ownership.
Listen to me. The day that they drafted Jamar Chase, we were doing the draft show.
Yeah.
And I was with Joik. And Joik and I were looking at each other going, they got to take Sewell, right?
Right.
You just made this investment. You made this investment over a guy that was outstanding in college. One of the most prolific college football teams I've ever seen, okay?
LSU.
You got to protect this kid, right?
Yep.
And the Bengals select Jamar Chase. We're high-fiving each other. Cool, Penei Sewell fell to us. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah. I mean, that's so I'm with you. They have done nothing to protect their biggest investment, okay? And they've suffered because of it. It's insane.
What do you think would have happened had they taken Sewell? Would the Lions have taken Chase?
Maybe. Who knows?
I don't.
Or would they have taken a Micah Parsons?
I don't think that's Brad Holmes though. Would you agree? I don't think that's Brad Holmes to.
Probably not.
I don't know. He moved up for J-Mo. If he see a receiver that he likes.
But that's a different position in the draft though.
Yeah,
you know what
it
I
is.
mean?
Yeah.
That's a different position. In the draft.
Maybe we do get Micah in that case. I don't know.
It's just different, huh?
Yeah.
How things could have been.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm glad they shook out like they did.
You know what? I'm going to look at that when we go through the break. Let's look at that one. First, let's hear. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you know this. There's another piece coming back to the defensive line. Sometimes, you know what? I'm not saying that for your benefit. I'm saying that for my benefit. Oh yeah, there's that McNeill cat. He's going to be coming back pretty soon, right? DC on McNeill.
Got a few guys that could be eligible to maybe start to practice. When are you at that stage with any of those guys yet, or are they still kind of?
We're close on Mac. There's a good chance we may start Mac's clock this week. So that's good. We want to make sure that we check all those boxes before we say that that's what we're going to do for sure. But it's trending the right way. Max, he's about ready to go, And I think he's tired of training. He's trained all he can train. He's done everything you can do. He just needs football, So he's done an unbelievable job, and those guys, Fish and Mike Clark and all of them, the whole crew have done an unbelievable job, and obviously the work he's put into it has been, I mean, it's been pretty special.
First week in November,
Yeah, maybe Halloween.
right?
I
Yeah.
can see it.
Yeah.
Didn't many of us thought, okay, Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
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 It's going to be before that.
Yeah, it sounds like early November.
Yeah.
Can we do the 2021 game since you brought it up, Mass?
Please.
Chase goes at 5.
Yeah.
The Dolphins followed up with Waddle. Okay.
Oof.
We got Penei Sewell at 7. All right. So if we play that game of pretend, like you said, the Bengals do what was the smart move. As good as Jamar Chase is, I'm sorry. I will say this every day of the week, and you guys can scream at me. I would rather have arguably the best offensive lineman in the league.
Yeah.
I would rather have him.
And
trenches.
Then you look at the Dolphins picking Waddle. They probably pick Chase instead of Waddle.
Right?
Yeah.
What 100%?
Simple.
So at that point in time, you know what we have? We have Waddle, we have J.C. Horn, who went to Carolina.
Yeah, solid.
We
corner.
have Patrick Surtain,
Solid,
Devontae
great
Smith,
corner.
Justin Fields, and coming in at number 12, Micah Parsons.
We're getting him.
Or may I for your consideration, Rashawn Slater.
Yes. He goes second round?
He was 13th. He went right
13th,
after Micah.
okay.
I can see Slater.
Yeah, then we
I
get-
could see Slater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see Slater over Micah.
Yeah.
I could.
But Maz, your guy is there. Mac Jones. There you go.
Who? Mac Jones?
Yeah, Mac Jones went
Jones,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, shortly
Hey.
thereafter.
Return of the Mac, baby.
Yeah, he went shortly thereafter. So that's funny. The guess to your quandary is I would say Slater and then Micah. I don't know.
Slater, Micah, or maybe one of those. You said J.C. Horn was up there. Who
Yes,
else was up there?
It was
Surtain.
Surtain.
Surtain, yeah. Pat Surtain clearly would have been.
Then we don't get Terry and Arnold.
You know, that's how it shakes out.
Look how that goes, huh?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm glad it worked out the way it did.
Yeah. most
I
definitely.
have no qualms about it. No
Most
qualms. If you haven't figured out trenches yet, we're
Penei
not
was
watching the same game.
But
man.
Trenches is also Micah.
yeah, you
but
could say
just-
that.
Yeah.
You could say that.
At the time, the Lions definitely needed to improve their offensive line at that time, though, I would say. So
I thought they had a pretty good line at that time when they took him.
they did, but he was the final. He was
was.
the over the top piece that made
That's
you a
why I
top
always
5 line.
That's why I always said I wish back then I wish they had taken Micah Parsons because I thought they had a pretty good offensive line that they could have improved later on in the draft like they've had. But you get a guy like Parsons, he's a generational player.
I
Really
don't.
nice.
I don't want to pimp the scouts because Lord knows the scouts are wrong about so many guys, but the scouts were right about that guy. And I can tell you, Bischoff was doing the draft show with us that night, and he looked at me privately and he said, "Dude, I've studied this guy. He's generational. Like I shit you not." Now, I was like, "That's good enough for me."
I was looking at Micah too. But
No, he's a dog.
they shook it. Hey, I was comfortable with Sewell though when they made that pick.